10 Best Job Interview Tips for Job Seekers. This amazing video focuses on the 10 most important job interviewing tips for job seekers. When you have successfully mastered the dual arts of how to make a resume and how make a cover letter, and you begin receiving requests for interviews, it's time to understand how to succeed in the job interview so that you are ever closer to your goal. Before starting video, please subscribe my channel Quick Info English. Thanks. So let's start video. 1. Conduct research on the employer, hiring manager, and job opportunity. Success in a job interview starts with a solid foundation of knowledge on the job seeker's part. You should understand the employer, the requirements of the job, and the background of the person, or people, interviewing you. The more research you conduct, the more you'll understand the employer, and the better you'll be able to answer interview questions, as well as ask insightful questions. Number 2. Review common interview questions and prepare your responses. Another key to interview success is preparing responses to expected interview questions. First, ask the hiring manager as to the type of interview to expect. Will it be one-on-one or in a group? Will it be with one person, or will you meet several members of the organization? Your goal is to try to determine what you'll be asked and to compose detailed yet concise responses that focus on specific examples. A good tool for remembering your responses is to put them into a story form that you can tell in the interview. No need to memorize responses. In fact, it's best not to, but do develop talking points. 3. Dress for success. Plan out a wardrobe that fits the organization and its culture, striving for the most professional appearance you can accomplish. Remember that it's always better to be overdressed than under and to wear clothing that fits and is clean and pressed. Keep accessories and jewelry to a minimum. Try not to smoke or eat right before the interview, and if possible, brush your teeth or use mouthwash. Number 4. Arrive on time. Relaxed and prepared for the interview. There is no excuse ever for arriving late to an interview. Short of a disaster, strive to arrive about 15 minutes before your scheduled interview to complete additional paperwork. And allow yourself time to get settled. Arriving a bit early is also a chance to observe the dynamics of the workplace. The day before the interview, pack up extra copies of your resume or CV and reference list, if you have a portfolio or sample. Number 5. Make good first impressions. A cardinal rule of interviewing is to be polite and offer warm greetings to everyone you meet, from the parking attendant to the receptionist to the hiring manager. Employers often are curious how job applicants treat staff members, and your job offer could easily be derailed if you're rude or arrogant to any of the staff. When it's time for the interview, keep in mind that first impressions, the impression interviewers get in the first few seconds of meeting you, can make or break an interview. 6. Be authentic, upbeat, focused, confident, candid, and concise. Once the interview starts, the key to success is the quality and delivery of your responses. Your goal should always be authenticity, responding truthfully to interview questions. At the same time, your goal is to get to the next step, so you'll want to provide focused responses that showcase your skills, experience, and fit with the job and the employer. 7. Remember the importance of body language. While the content of your interview responses is paramount, poor body language can be a distraction at best or a reason not to hire you at worst. Effective forms of body language include smiling, eye contact, solid posture, active listening, and nodding. Detrimental forms of body language include slouching, looking off in the distance, playing with a pen, fidgeting in a chair, brushing back your hair, touching your face, chewing gum, or mumbling. 8. Ask insightful questions. Studies continually show that employers make a judgment about an applicant's interest in the job by whether or not the interviewee asks questions. Thus, even if the hiring manager was thorough in his or her discussions about the job opening and what is expected. You must ask a few questions. This shows that you have done your research and that you are curious. The smart job seeker prepares questions to ask days before the interview, adding any additional queries that might arise from the interview. 9. Sell yourself and then close the deal. The most qualified applicant is not always the one who is hired. The winning candidate is often the job seeker who does the best job responding to interview questions and showcasing his or her fit with the job, department, and organization. Some liken the job interview to a sales call. You are the salesperson and the product you are selling to the employer is your ability to fill the organization's needs, solve its problems, propel its success. 10. Thank interviewers in person, by email, or postal mail. Common courtesy and politeness go far in interviewing. Thus, the importance of thanking each person who interviews you should come as no surprise. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel, Quick Info English. Allah Hafiz.